Hi everyone, I am very excited to show you this absolutely gorgeous gift that my husband has bought for me. Now these are the Tombow Irotijen pencils. They come in like this. It's not actually in order. So you get each volume comes in a little separate box in a beautiful slip case. Now there are 10 in each, I think. 15? Not sure, we'll find out in a minute. But there are also 10 extra pencils which aren't in the boxes, which I've got here. And I also have got these, which are their highlighters. I've just noticed that the 10 extra pencils aren't sharpened. I don't know if these aren't sharpened either. If they aren't, then I'm going to have to show you a little bit and then go off and sharpen them. But what we'll do is we'll have a little look and see what we get inside the box. So this is the first one, and 30. So there are 10 in each. So we get 30 coloured pencils, and there's this little piece here which pale tone, vivid tone, deep tone it says, but we'll see. And if you look on here, we've got pale tone 1, vivid tone 1 and deep tone 1. Each comes with this little booklet, which I will just show you. It actually has all of the colours that are in each of the boxes listed out on the booklet, slightly swatched for us with their names. Okay, and we also get on the back of here the colours that are within each box. Okay, but these aren't included on this. Okay, so these are just the ones that are in these boxes, which sort of makes sense. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. So we get a pale tone, vivid tone, deep tone, and then on the second box we get pale tone again, deep tone again, and light greyish tones. And then in the third box we get fluorescence, very pale and dull. Okay, and then I don't know what the extras are. I don't think they don't have names. I don't know. Anyway, let's open up and get looking. So this, as I say, is the first box. I'm just show you them all side by side so you can see them. So they're all slightly different colours, and we've got slightly different pictures on the front, but they all are similar. Okay, so here we'll tip these out. So slide out. This piece here is loose, comes off. And then let's go find volume 1. These are out of order because we actually checked them when they arrived to make sure that they were okay. Now what is odd is you get this opening, but for me it's on the wrong side. I would put it on that side. It's like it's left-handed, but I guess, I don't know, it doesn't matter. So we open up, and here we have the pencils. Now on here, look, it tells us the numbers and the names that are in the box. They're made in Vietnam, which is interesting. I think this is, they're Tombows, they're Japanese, I think. So we open it, I take one pencil, let's have a look. So the ends they are sharpened, but they're very flat on the end. And it does give us the name, Orchid Pink, and it says P1, which is the pale tone box, number 1 pencil, presumably, unless they all say P1. Let's look at the next one. So this one says, yeah, this one is coral pink, it says P2. So, but on here it says CIRPO2, and on that one it says CIRPO1. So they do have their unique numbers on them. So we have, these are, as I say, the pale tones, very pretty. And then on this box, this is volume 2. We have, these are the vivid tones. We can just see by looking here how much darker they are. There's a black in here. And what they've done, they've actually written on they're drawing themselves onto the box. The others are as well. And here we have the deep tones. I really like these. They're sort of more earthy tones. What we're going to do is we're going to not swatch them. I will swatch them. I do have a book where I can do that. But I'm going to colour in. I thought I would have a go at a This is Colour's mandala book, Mandalas 3 I think, yeah. I thought we'd have a go at doing some colours on here and we can try them out. So I have tried out one on this paper and it works, because I thought I'd better just check. I thought each of these has got some sections we could try. I don't know how many though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Of course it's only got 8, not 10, but yeah. So this is the orchid pink. So let's try it out. You come in really close so you can actually see the colour. There we go. Just make sure I'm choosing the right one. So here is the orchid pink colour. That's really pretty. It looks quite, it's called a pale tone. It definitely looks pastel-y. This is the coral pink. I'm not going to show you the name on every one or else we'll be here forever. I'm just going to tell you what they are. The next one is the shell pink. Whoops. There we go. Now what I'm going to do with these is actually put them into a case, because this is called Narcissus, because I think trying to open and close these little boxes all the time is going to be really difficult. As beautiful as they're going to look, lettuce green, sitting on a shelf, which they will eventually once my bookshelf comes back into stock, it still isn't. I think I won't use them if they're in the boxes, because it'll be such a pain to keep opening and closing. Look at that colour, it's beautiful. So I'm going to put them in a pencil case. Now you can buy these open stock in the UK. I can't speak for all countries, but I assume that might be the case. Coloured Pencil Shop, where I buy my open stock pencils, has them. That's where I bought the 10 extras from. Well, I say I bought, my husband got them for me. This is Aqua, no, Forget Me Not, sorry, this is Forget Me Not. The last one was Aqua, maybe I didn't say. These are expensive pencils, okay, I'm not going to pretend they're not. This is Lilac. I'm going to do lilac on all the circles, just, or else I won't sort of, or else this won't look right. So I'm going to do all 10 on a circle. And the last one is Pigeon Grey, which would do for the outside. So yeah, they are expensive pencils and they are quite hard pencils. These are the pale tones. You can see they are showing up reasonably well. But yeah, it's, if you don't like polychromos, if you don't like a harder pencil, they're not going to be for you. It's no good pretending. They're beautiful pencils, beautifully packaged. They look very pretty, but if, as I say, this is volume 2. First one is Cherry Red. Oops, can't get it out there. Also just want to show you, in here is just a plastic piece that this bit's cardboard, but the bit that the pencils are sitting in is a plastic piece, just in case you're interested in how it's all set up. So this is the Cherry Red. So yes, they're not going to be as vibrant as your Prismacolors. So if you like a soft smushy pencil, Tangerine Orange. You don't have to buy all of them together. As I say, you can buy them open stock. I bought one to test first to see if I liked it, because they're so expensive. I didn't want to get them all and then not like them, you know. You can buy them 3 at a time. So within your slipcase, you can buy 1 slipcase at a time, which means that if there's a particular one that you like, you can buy it like that. It might be cheaper to buy them like that than open stock. I haven't looked at the prices that specifically. So we had Cherry Red, Tangerine Orange, Dandelion, Chartreuse Green. This is Parrot Green. The names are quite accurate, I think, for what I would expect. Sometimes the names just don't really work. Like this is Peacock Blue. I like the fact that they're harder, because for me it means I can use them for, this is called Kingfisher, for pictures where I want to do fine detail and I don't want to keep sharpening my pencils over and over again. Some people don't mind that. Drives me bonkers. This is lapis lazuli. I thought that was going to be purple. It's slightly, but it's certainly more blue than I expected. This is iris violet. We do all our little circles. This is going to be a very bright and colourful page, isn't it? There we go. The last one is ivory black. So you can see there's quite a contrast between our pale tones and our vivid, which is what we would expect. But, you know, you don't always quite know. I have to say this is a bit scratchy, this black. But it might be just because I haven't sharpened it. I don't know. Apparently there's another really pretty set similar to this, but by a budget company brand that I'd never heard of, which come in even prettier boxes than these. This is our Deep Tone 1 set. Let's keep those in shot so you can see all the ones from the same boxes together. This is the crimson. On AliExpress I did see them. I looked and then I thought no. So I tried not to get tempted. This is chestnut brown, because they look really pretty, but obviously as lovely as it is to have a pretty box on your shelf, this is autumn leaf, it's really important to make sure that you're going to use the pencils as well. I know I'm going to use these because the colours are just so lovely. This is called Maple Sugar. We've definitely got a lot of browns in this particular one, which I think is lovely and useful. So when I put these in a pencil case, I will put them in colour order. So I will mix my pastels with my vivids, you know, I will just go white, yellow, orange, blah, 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 you know. This is elm green, so I find it much easier to work that way myself. I mean, sometimes it's nice to have a little set, forest green, where you don't have many colours to choose from and you're just using, say, 10 pencils. It can be really nice, but with these I'm going to mix them up. This is Midnight Blue. I've got quite a few different smaller sets of pencils that I can use for that purpose. If I'm overwhelmed by colour, or you know, I want a limited palette, this is Mulberry, sometimes I just pick a small set. That's pretty. My husband was asking me this morning what colour purple was my sort of favourite shade, and I was trying to explain to him that I like a bluey purple more than a pinky purple, and he didn't really know what I mean, but that mulberry, that's the sort of thing. This is taupe, which looks to be grey. I always thought taupe was slightly brownish, but it isn't a cold grey, it is a warm grey. There we go. So that's all the boxes from the first set. So you can see the 3 sets of colours from that one. The second set is volumes 4 to 6. So we'll tip those out. Oops. They've got the cactus on them. We'll take number 4. We'll move the book up now so we can see a different section. So volume 4 is a nice peachy colour. So each box is a different colour, and these are our second set of pale tones. Okay. So the first one is called Rose Pink. So we're back to sort of pastels again. That's pretty. It's funny, I was talking to my sister at the weekend. This is Apricot, and she was saying how she doesn't like salmon pinks. She likes purpley pinks and bright pinks, this is gamboge, whereas I like salmon pinks more than bright fuchsia type pinks. This is straw yellow. These are very pale, but I think pretty. This is spring green. These seem, well, that one's a bit brighter. Maybe I wasn't putting enough down. Mint green. Turquoise. Whoops. Celeste blue. I don't know what that colour is. Celeste, that's Barbar's wife, isn't it? Oh, look like Barbar. Hyacinth blue. I wasn't too taken with the books. I love elephants, so Barbar appealed to me, but I didn't really like the TV programme or the books very much. Stories didn't appeal to me, but I like the pictures. And I've got a Barbar toy somewhere. That's a pretty colour. Hyacinth blue. And then we have a crocus, our last one. We don't have a sort of grey in this set, but that's like we did in the other pale set. But we probably don't need another one because we've got one, a pale grey already. There we go. So that's that first set. Whoops. Hang on, I'm going to try and organise them so I don't get them muddled up. Right, this is volume 5, which is Deep Tone 2. So we start with Plum. I'm looking forward to these. That's nice. Then we have Maroon. I made you squiff. No, not too bad. The sun is streaming in. I hope you're still able to see. Terracotta. I can't see my screen very well. It's, you know how you can't see a phone screen on a sunny day. This isn't a phone screen, but it's similar. This is bamboo. It's having that sort of effect. I love these earthy tones. This one is mustard, but it actually looks green to me. Oh, it's not. Oh, that's nice. I like that colour. Moss green. This colour I've got, this is the one I bought to try, I think, because it looked a nice green, which I think it is. Cactus green. I like the sort of yellowy, olivey green. Spruce next. Bluey green. Teal blue. Oops. That's a nice colour. So I think as standalone little sets, you could make some really pretty pictures just from each batch, which is probably what I'll do to start with, because I don't actually... Oh, I do have a case to put them in, thinking about it. Yeah. This is indigo. Yeah, my parents bought me a case for them. So I do have one, so I will put them in a case. But I could always grab out the 10 from a particular set and use them for a picture, and then, you know, put them away in the case again. I do that. Like those. Oops, snap the elastic. I didn't snap the elastic, I pinged the elastic. Okay, volume 6. This is the light greyish tones. Interesting. Oh, I opened the box upside down and they've all gone like that. Oops. Alright. And that bit's come out. That's the sort of, that's what the box looks like inside. Right. Oh, sorry, making scrapey plastic noise. Right, now I'm going to have to find the right colours. The fawn is the first one. I can't find you, fawn. Where are you? Ah, here it is. Fawn. Right. Sorry. It looks pink. You know, that's the end. But actually, if you look at it, it's quite a brownish colour. The next one is Cork, which is here. Luckily it tells you on the inside of the box what the names are, so it helps me. Sallow is our next one. That's an interesting name. I've never heard that word before, but it doesn't mean it isn't used in pencil colours. This is Wax Yellow. So although these are called light greyish tones, to me they're quite pale, aren't they? Willow. Is that the willow? Yeah. But they're not pastel, really. So that's quite interesting. Mist green, I'm guessing is that one, yeah. Luckily they're written on the pencils as well, so I can identify them. Quartz green. It's getting easier as there's less. And porcelain blue. Oh, I'll show it to you then, I don't know why. The next one is Campanula blue. Campanula blue, I don't know what that is. Might be saying it completely wrongly. I say a lot of words wrong, or wrong. I don't even know grammar. And the last one is Sea Fog. I like that name. It's pretty. Pinky, purpley, greyish. A real mix. Okay, so that's our second set of colours. And then our last set of colours. Oops. Try and tip them out of the case. Here we go. This case has the window on, really bright. We've got some brights coming up on this one. Let's go that way up. So here's volume 7. And these are, I opened it upside down again, well done me. These are our fluorescence colours. So we start with a fantastic name, Plastic Pink. Let's move to there, so you've got a different 3 to look at. Plastic Pink. Surprise Red. I don't know what the surprise is. It's certainly neon, that's for sure. Equatorial Orange. It's all out of order, there we go. We're going this way around, aren't we? There we go. Orange. Then we have, oops, ow, Sunset Orange. Hit my elbow then. Then I'm assuming this one is the next. Dazzling Sun. Yeah, it's a good name, isn't it? Then we have Firefly Yellow. I'm liking these names. They are fun. We have Lightning Yellow. Oh, that's a real, almost neon-y colour, isn't it? Neon Green is our next one. Flash Green. Now I wouldn't use neons like this. I mean, these aren't, I've got on neons, the sort of highlighter set in a minute to look at. I don't know if they're the same as these or different. This is called Vigorous Green, but I wouldn't use neons probably on many pictures. I would be more likely to use them on a mandala. There we go. These are quite bright, aren't they? Oops, right, that's that one. Volume 8 is our very pale tones, so I'm expecting I might have to layer these up a bit to get much colour out of them. This is called Cameo Pink. It's not the palest pencil I've owned, but it is, yeah, definitely pale. Oh, there we go. Okay, next one is Almond Blossom. So moving to a slightly more salmony colour, I think, maybe. Then we have Ecru. Yeah, very pale, aren't they? Eggshell. Asparagus. Opal green. Yeah, I do know people who say these are too dark, too hard for them. Cascade. So it is a very personal choice. You can see how pale they are, how hard you'd have to work if you wanted them to look vibrant. But of course, Horizon Blue, they aren't really designed to be the most vibrant pencils. These are supposed to be soft tones. This is Lupine. I like all these little rainbows that I'm producing. And Verbena is our last one. And then we've got one more box left from the set, which is our dull tone. We start with Cedarwood. Now, although they're called dull tones, I think they're going to be a lot more bright, or vibrant perhaps is the right word. Cinnamon. But I think I would call these earthy rather than dull. But, yeah. Oil yellow. We'll see how they come out as we progress through. Sage green. Now I probably won't do tutorials with these because I realise a lot of people won't have them. Verdigris, because of the fact they're so expensive. And Hummingbird, yeah, and sort of rare for people to have them. So, but I thought I would just show you them anyway because it's fun. J Blue, and it helps you see whether there's something that you might like. Hydrangea Blue. That's a nice colour. Heather. That's pretty. I haven't chosen the easiest picture to colour. It's quite small, and I haven't sharpened these, so they've got a sort of flat end, but I'm sort of colouring on the side. Tyrian Purple. So this is the last one in our last box, but I have these singles that I bought as well. The ones that isn't sharpened, I'm going to have to go off and do that, but in a minute. But I will show you the this set first. Now these are their Koh-i-Noor Hartmouth. So these aren't the Irotijen. These are different. These are highlighter pencils. Let's look at these anyway, as I've got them out. They're called dry markers. Come in this plastic sleeve. See, they're quite bright. Let's see how they compare. Let's just do this one, just because I'm swatching out. So this one, let's show you. It says dry mark. It's got a number. It's got no name. So 502 there. I think that, I don't know. Let's just try it. Wow. That's bright. Where should we go next? Let's do the orange one. Where should we go next? I think this is red. Reddy orange. So these are supposed to be highlighters, but pencils rather than pens. I just thought they might be fun to just use in general colouring. There's the blue, and the last one is a green. So they aren't Tombows, they are just Koh-i-Noor Hartmouth dry marker. It's very hard to read. Okay, I'm going to go away and sharpen the last 10 and show you those before I finish. So I might have to close the blind when I get back, but we'll see. Right, I am back. I have sharpened the pencils and I'm going to use this little circle to show you them. I have to say I'm quite glad I didn't have to sharpen all of them. Also, I had to take a sticker off as well, so it took me a while. This is number 1 from this sort of extension set. They are EX, it says on them. And this one is called Scarlet. So let's get going with these. I have to say none of them broke in the sharpener. I have quite a sharp sharpener. It's a fairly new blade, but it was just a Staedtler Noris sharpener, nothing too expensive or fancy. The second one is called Yolk Yellow. So yeah, so I was quite pleased with how nice this feels, like really good quality wood, which you would hope from the price, but you just never know, do you? This is called Scouring Rush. Interesting name. They're very dark. I think after the first ones came out, they obviously felt there was some gaps somewhere in their colours, and these fill in those gaps because they don't sort of seem to match together. This one's called Deep Sea. We don't have that nice sort of rainbow that we have with the others in the same sort of way. So we'll see anyway how they look once it's done. This is Wild Grape. That's beautiful. So people have said to me when I asked about getting these that they have unique colours, which anemone pink, that you don't get with other sets, and I can definitely see that. And so I think that, you know, if you're intrigued and want to try them, try one. This is peony pink, in a colour that maybe you don't have, or a colour that you know you're going to use a lot, and then you can make a decision, or maybe just buy a few at a time. It's a more expensive way, this is russet brown, to buy things, because you know, you're in a box. It's usually cheaper to buy a set than it is individual pencils, but it spreads the cost. This is sepia, so it can work out well. But I would always advise buying an open stock pencil before you try a big set, because it's a very expensive investment if you don't like them, and if you sell them after because you don't like them, you're never going to get back the money. This is called Silver Grey. So that's interesting. You see what happened? It was too sharp and I snapped it. I do that a lot with pencils though. This is more of a cold grey, which of course we haven't had yet. So that's interesting. So obviously there's a gap, and you can see all these are quite different to the colours that we've got already. You can't see all the colours, it's come out. The sun is creeping across my desk, so it's going to interfere with the picture a little bit, I think. Yeah, you can just see it in the top corner there. Hang on. Or if I go in a bit so you can't see the sun and just move the book across, you can just about see. So we sort of ignore that one because it's a different brand of pencil, but these are all the ones we get. So that's number 1, 2 and 3, so that's the first set, volume. No, that's volume 1, 2 and 3, and that's volume 4, 5 and 6, and that's volume 6, 7 and 8, and then this is the spares. So you get it like that. So I would say for me personally, my favourite, those 3 are probably my favourites if I had to pick a box, you know, out between them. But that is probably my favourite selection of colours. But I really like those as well. The fluorescence not so much, so it's not really my thing. These are a little bit pale, but I think working together with those, you could probably get a really nice pastel look. And these are so lovely and vivid, so I like those too. But it might be because I sharpened those and I haven't sharpened any of these. But those are quite vivid, to be fair. as well. So yeah, so you know, if I had to pick and only one box, I would pick the first one, but it's such a personal decision, you know. But anyway, I'm going to have a good fun. I'm finishing this picture. Probably that brights one, I might just finish with those brights, but I won't use those. But those are a completely different brand of pencil, these. I didn't think about it because they're white. I just thought they were the same, but they're not at all. These are Koh-i-Noors. These are Koh-i-Noors. All the rest of these are Tombow Irotijen. So it's a different brand. So yeah, but I'll put links to everything. These we bought from Cult Pens. Because they were, I think they were on offer, and it was the cheapest we could find them. They can be really expensive on Amazon, or you might find one box is reasonable and the other two are really expensive. It's really odd. There doesn't seem to be consistency in pricing, and Cult Pens sell all the open stock as well. So it's just, that's worth knowing. If you're, I don't know what their worldwide postage is like, but within the UK, it's, I can't remember actually, but it's pretty reasonable. I'm not sure if you spend over a certain amount if you get free postage or not. And they will send you a little packet of love hearts, or some sort of, they used to send a different type of sweet in with the package as well, which is quite fun. But obviously it's just a little customer servicey thing. But and their customer service is great actually. My husband bought some ink cartridges from them, and they were advertised as being a waterproof, and he left them to dry for 2 hours and then used watercolour on top, and it wasn't waterproof. So he messaged them and said, you know, these are advertised as waterproof on your website and on the packet, but on some other websites it says they're not. So I think it would be wise if you changed your listing. So they got back to him and sort of said, thank you very much, we're going to go through our own testing process and then we will change our listing if necessary. So he was really pleased with that they were actually going to do their own testing and adjust if they felt it was necessary. So that was good. But anyway, that's enough from me today. So that is those pencils. I'm really excited about them. I do think they are so beautiful, and you know, the colours are really lovely. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a really good day. I will finish this picture and show you at some point, whether it's in my completed pages or something like that, I don't know, but it's certainly going to be colourful. And it'll be fun. I'll keep playing with these pencils and getting used to them. So it'll be good. There's a lot to do on that page, a lot of playing to do. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a super day and happy colouring.